Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going over how you can begin finding new, unique, but highly effective marketing angles for your ad campaigns. And I can guarantee you that if you stay for the whole video, at the end I'm going to be sharing 2 unique tips specifically for the holiday season coming up, how you can begin finding angles for the holidays that really resonate with your audience and really produce tremendous ROAS for your ad campaigns. So without further ado, let's jump right in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, like I said in today's intro, we are going to be discussing marketing angles today. Something that is, of course, very exciting, very fun. Definitely something that is very, very vital and a part of the planning process of your ad campaigns, because way too often people just jump right into, creating an ad. They have their creatives from their creative agency that they use. They write their copy. They do all these things, but they forget the fundamentals of actually what goes into creating ads. So today we are going to be talking about one of those components, which is obviously marketing angles. Now, before we dive into the topic today, I want to highly recommend you guys pump the Domenic Iandolo stock by liking this video if you guys get a lot of value from it. And do not forget to subscribe to the channel. It helps tons with the YouTube algorithm, like I've been telling you guys. But also, it just makes me feel good whenever I open up my YouTube channel. I see that there is, 1 or 2 extra subscribers. So don't forget to do that. And let's jump right in. All right, guys, so the first tip that I have for you to find more unique marketing angles that are just going to resonate better with your audience is to research your competitors. Now, your competitors who are obviously very successful right now have basically found a good stronghold in the industry and with their products. They know how to resonate with their audience and they know how to connect with them through their ad campaigns. So make sure that when you are researching your competitors, go to multiple different ones and see what it is that they're doing with their ad creatives, with their ad copy. And then you can begin to see, common discrepancies that you can begin utilizing for your own angles and for your own ads. Now, in cohesion to actually researching your competitors, I want you guys to also research your industry and its products as a whole. Because when you start looking at your competitors and then also the industry and the products that your niche typically sells, this is just going to give you a very broad spectrum of information that you can then take and apply into the angles that you create. And I know that, for my agency, for instance, whenever we are starting to work with a new client and we're doing a lot of angle research and market research, a lot of the big things that, they don't even realize is there's so much data and statistics on, their industry and their products and the value it offers to their customers, but they just have completely foregone that to, then lean into more traditional advertising, just sharing like their promotions and, what the product is, stuff like that. But you're foregoing a lot of really good information and potential angles that could work, like data and statistics or anything really out there, right? So just make sure in cohesion to searching up your competitors and going into, what it is that they're currently doing. Also search up your products and your industry and see just how your audience is engaging with that whole topic. All right, now my second tip for you guys is to go directly to Amazon and search up the products that you're looking to sell. This is such a simple way to basically just get a direct input from your guys' customers and the potential audience that you're going to be targeting, because when you find the products on Amazon that you're looking to sell, if you just scroll all the way to the bottom of those product pages, you're going to find lists of reviews from your guys' ideal audience. And this is going to give you guys a ton of information on, things like what your audience appreciates, what their deepest desires are, what their potential objections are. And these are all things that you can then pick and pull and utilize for your marketing angles within your guys' ad campaigns. Now, it is worth noting all of these angles and all the things that you're going to be building in order to create these angles, you're going to utilize this in your ad copy and your guys' creatives. So you don't need to use every single one of them. You're probably going to find a lot of information on what you possibly can use for your angles, but don't overwhelm yourself. Narrow it down to about 3 to 4 different sorts of angles, and then use that for your ad campaigns, okay? And my third tip for you guys is basically tying into what the last tip was, but a little bit on a deeper level, which is finding out what your guys' potential customers' objections and deepest desires are. Now, these 2 things are very, very important, because if you can figure out what your potential customer very much values about the products, the experience that they get from the products, or what their potential objections are, these are all things that you can not only build angles on, but include in your creatives and your copy so that it handles all of these different touching points that your potential audience is going to be, basically questioning within themselves, or maybe what it is that they're feeling, so that they don't even need to ask themselves or second guess themselves before opting in for whatever your offer is or whatever product you're selling. So just make sure you are very much understanding the psychology of your guys' customer. If you know your customer and you know what it is that they're feeling and what they expect from the products that you're going to be selling, it's going to make it very, very easy for you to build these angles and then build the creatives and the ad copy to very much resonate with your guys' ideal audience. Now, a few different ways that you can do this is, again, going to Amazon for one. That's a very simple way. A second one that is a little bit more unique and requires maybe a little bit more of understanding of how Reddit works, but going into Reddit and being able to search up your guys' audience. If you know a fundamental idea of what your guys' audience is, then you can go into Reddit, search up some trending topics, and then basically find out what it is that they're talking about amongst the industry that you're currently in. All right, that is it for the 3 tips that I have for you guys to be able to find unique marketing angles in a more general sense. Now, because you have stayed and watched the whole video, I want to be able to give you guys 2 very specific tips for the holidays, because I know that right now Q4 is obviously, kind of a double-edged sword. You have a great opportunity right now to really capitalize and make a ton more revenue than ever before, because the holiday season is just crazy for consumer purchasing. But on the other side of things, you need to be able to nail this down, because cost of advertising is going to, skyrocket, to be completely honest. I know that every single Q4 that comes up every year, Facebook and Instagram are just ridiculously expensive to advertise on. So you need to make sure that with these increased ad costs, that your marketing angles are, perfected to a T, so that your cost per acquisition or cost per purchase is still kept at a very, considerable rate, so that you're not, foregoing so much profit, but just increasing your sales, right? You want to still make sure that you're maintaining a high level of profit margin. So those 2 tips for you today is, number 1, going into Facebook ad library and going and searching up some of your core key competitors, but going all the way back to the holiday months when they were advertising, right? This is just going to give you a backlog of history on what your competitors were doing last year. And this is just basically going to give you, a better understanding and more insights to some ideas that you can then begin to gather up and start to build your own marketing angles on, right? If you see what your competitors were doing in previous years, then it's going to make it very, very easy for you to build more ideas on top of that and actually make better angles than your competitors did last year. And the second tip I have for you guys for creating angles for the holidays is going into TikTok and Instagram and researching hashtags that have to do with the holidays. Now, especially on TikTok, because it is such a, visual platform with videos, it's going to allow you to really get an in-depth kind of look into your guys' audience and what it is that they're doing for the holidays, some of the trending topics that they're doing. And this is just going to give you, more leverage to be able to really hone in on your guys' creative, especially your creative, because at this point you should have some pretty good marketing angles in your guys' back pocket, just from all the research that you have currently done. But the cool thing with Instagram and TikTok is they're just so highly visual that you'll get a really good inside look into what it is that your guys' ideal audience is talking about and what's trending. And then that's something that you can possibly use as angles for your guys' marketing ad campaigns, and even lingo in your guys' ad creatives and in your ad copy. So there's just so many different core things that you guys can be able to utilize with hashtags. And another thing, just to go a deeper level in, is don't just look at like the creative of what people are posting on Instagram and what people are posting on TikTok, but go into the comment section of the most trending posts within those hashtags and see how people are engaging, see what people are saying about it, because we're coming up on Halloween right now. I know that by the time I post this video, it'll probably be a little bit closer to Halloween, but if you search up the hashtag on TikTok for Halloween, you're going to see a lot of probably like costume unboxing or like costume try-on hauls and stuff. And if you go and look at the creative, you'll get some ideas from, there alone, but dive in deeper, go in the comment section, see how people are engaging, see what people are mentioning. And then again, this is something that you can use to compile more data for your marketing angles that will translate into your ad copy and your creatives. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today's video. I really hope it could add a ton of value for you guys. I know that obviously coming up with all these holidays, there's just going to be tons of opportunity to capitalize and really grow your guys' business businesses. And I know marketing angles is just such a key component to really resonate with your guys' audience and maximize on the profits that you guys are able to generate. So I really hope today was a lot of value to you guys. Like I said, do not forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video if it gave you guys tons of value. And let me know in the comment section below as well too, because I know that there's a lot of other information that you guys want to be able to learn about. And so I'm happy to accommodate. I'm happy to build more videos and more content for you guys to answer more questions. So feel free, leave comments below and I will be able to make more content for you guys, okay? Now to wrap up today's video, I want to wish you guys a happy holidays, a happy Q4 season, and go reach that potential that your guys' brand deserves to reach, okay? So enjoy the rest of Q4 and we will see you guys in the next one.